I'm Scott Mason. Welcome to Ag Life.
Welcome to Ag Life. My name is Camille Lambert. Today I'm here on the Pruitt Farm. They're a family farm here in Henderson, Kentucky, and they just asked me to come answer some questions for them. So let's meet the Pruitts. How did your farm get started?
Well, originally it belonged to my husband and his mom and dad. They had been here for years, and they actually bought it from his wife's sister and her husband. And it's just been passed down for generations. We lived in a trailer here, me and my husband did when we first got married, and our dream was to one day to have a farm. So now we're here.
So what all do you all grow on the farm?
Hay crops, we raise grapes, or are attempting to raise grapes. That's why you're here to help us today. We also have cattle.
How has it been growing up on this farm?
We've learned a lot of good values, a mentality to raise our families as well. The farm is part of the family. It's one of our siblings as well.
So I took actually 3 classes on grapes when I was at Western. I worked in the vineyard for like a year and a half, so you're in luck with the grapes. But I brought you some information. So Debbie Pruitt's husband recently passed away, and he was the sole runner of the farm. He did all the day-to-day operations, and she was pretty involved, and so were the kids. But now that it is in her hands, she just needed some reassurance. She knows what to do. She just needed that yes, you're doing the right thing, and you should just keep running with what you're doing.
They worked so hard to keep this land in the family.
Yes.
And my brother, my mom, and I are determined, because we're so thankful for people like you, Camille, and others in the community, because I don't know how many farmers, I mean, God bless the farmers in Henderson County, because they all came down the road as Daddy was battling at the very end and told us all, we're here for you.
And they will be.
And they will be. You're right.
They will. And that's what's good about farm people is they're good people. So they're going to help you when you need it.
Yeah, but we're just determined to make something with the farm and keep it going in the family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our promise to my dad. My dad's actually here. Started the family cemetery here on the farm. So if you look right up on the top of the hill, it's a 360 view of the farm. That's where Dad's body rests.
Oh my gosh.
So,
wow.
And when Mom wakes up out of her bedroom every morning, she can see. So we still have Daddy.
Yes.
So we're determined. We're gonna figure these grapes out.
Yes,
All right.
we will.
All right.
Seriously, we also have a horticulture extension agent. He can help with your lawn, your landscaping. Family Consumer Sciences does canning classes, crafting, like using like local farm stuff to make crafts. Like she does all kinds of stuff. And then the 4-H is run through the extension too, and we're all free. No. Okay, so when did you put the straw down? That's the first thing I'm gonna ask.
We put that down in the fall.
The only thing you have to be careful with straw is disease can overwinter and something like that. You know, you want to keep it really clean. That's one thing I would maybe recommend getting rid of, and just having grass.
Okay.
Something that's growing and not dead. Like you don't want leaves, so you don't want to wind it too tight. You can actually order, they're like these plastic clips, and they just like clip on like this. This one's totally dead right here. I'd just go ahead and cut that off. Yeah, they're budding out good. They look good. You want to stay away from any weird areas, because you're going to take a sample and it's going to be representative of the whole area. So any like really low dips or like right along a fence line, you just want to stay away from anything weird, because that soil sample, the results are only as good as the sample.
I like the whole farm. Everything on the farm is like my children. I want to keep them, and I don't like to cut away from them. That's the bad part. I just like for them to grow. You're going to help us with that pond that I need help
Yes,
with, right?
I will. The pond that they have back there, their cattle are on and off of it. They used to have it where it was fenced off and they could only get to a part of the pond, but the drought that was this past couple of years, they had to take out that fencing, and now the pond has really eroded.
The erosion has become very deeply impacting the water source that Dad had. Now is impossible to use until we repair it.
They also have some seeps where there's natural springs underneath the ground, and it's just kind of helping the erosion problem. So we're trying to get that problem fixed where they can grow some grasses and get the pond reestablished where it's going to be a really healthy area for the cattle to get their water source. I would definitely give it back far enough that some grass can establish to help with the erosion. Maybe do some filling in first, of course. Just take some of the soil that's kind of eroded into the lake and pull it back out.
Just kind of winging it?
Yes.
Winging those panels out more?
Yeah. Well, you want them to be able to comfortably be able to get water. Think about it, because they're just like any other animal. If it's going to be hard to get water, they're not going to drink as much. Have you had the water tested?
No.
I might do that too. But you just gotta think sometimes it's common, you know, they're an animal just like we are. You're gonna take the easiest route to the water, you know? And if the water's way over here and their food's way over there, they're not gonna come get water as much. They cannot have access to that if you're gonna fix it. And then if you have to let them in, just do a temporary fence where they can get into one little spot. And you know, you're trying to fix over there, so try to keep them out of that part. Their pastures look pretty good, they're established. They're gonna be nice looking pastures. It's just early spring, so there's a lot of growing to do. This is one of those visits where I'm gonna come back several times just to make sure they're staying on a good path. I'll be catching up with them here and there just to make sure that they're okay and their family farm's staying strong.
Yeah, before Camille came to the farm, after my dad passed away, we felt lost.
Oh, she was great. I mean, she brought all kinds of information for us. She told us about the corn, that we could raise corn where we've been haying our cattle, and we had not thought of that.
I had no idea that the Extension Office could provide such an amazing amount of information, and I think it's amazing that we have such a service, and I look forward to working closer. They are totally the best kept secret.
She actually gave us another resource. Yeah. She is a resource person herself, but not only was that available to us now, we know these other places we can go to get information.
And she listens so well.
Camille and the Extension Agency has actually, in my opinion, reconfirmed and reassured us as a family and a farm and given each other confidence that everything's going to be okay.
I mean, just little things like that. It just helps so much. It's the small things. It's not that we don't know how to farm, because we kind of sort of do, or I kind of sort of do, but just with her information, it's going to make it so much easier now.
Camille really was able to take our concerns and our fears and give us reassurance. My brother knows tons of stuff. My mom knows tons of stuff. I know some stuff. But with Camille, she was able to give us that confidence to know that, hey, you know what? You guys are going to be good farmers, and you're going to be able to continue your father's legacy and continue the family farm, and we can never be more thankful. I mean, she's amazing.
So after visiting with the Pruitt Farms, they really just needed some reassurance. They're doing a lot of great things out here. They need some updates, but they have a really great farm going, and they're gonna make it just fine. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Ag Life.